All right, people, it's time for the first reviews for Superman. That's right, it's here finally. The reviews, not the movie. Well, actually, the movie is here if you got the Amazon thing or whatever. Some people saw it yesterday. I didn't even try to do the Amazon thing. I didn't care. I was just like, I'll just wait. Yeah, hey, I'm excited for the movie. I can wait though. Okay, I'm a patient man. All right, I can wait. I can wait for a few days. And at this point, they've already shown like half the movie in trailers and clips and TV spots and stuff. So whatever, it's fine. I already know what happens. You know, Brainiac or something. I don't know. No, I don't think. Well, maybe I don't know actually. I don't know. Maybe even Brainiac might be in. I don't know. They put Brainiac in every DC thing now anyway. So he was in that crappy ass Suicide Squad game. He was just in the show. What was the show? Adventures with Superman. He was in Injustice 2. Could yeah, he could show up. He could show up. He could show up. But no. Anyway, so I took a look at the social media reviews yesterday, and now we got the actual reviews. So I waited about an hour and a half just to let it accumulate. So let's hope. Let's hope Rotten Tomatoes actually has a score right now. I'm assuming they will. If you don't know what I'm talking about, sometimes Rotten Tomatoes, they'll have like 150 reviews and they will not have a thermometer because they're the leader in the aggregator. And then I have to go to Metacritic just to see what a fucking score is. I'm going to guess, after those early reviews, I'm going to say somewhere in the 80% range. Because they were super positive, but they didn't sound like they were like insane. You know what I mean? I'm going to guess 85%. That's my guess. What's your guess? You probably already know. You can't, don't cheat. Anyway, let's find out. Let's go. We're going to go do Rotten Tomatoes first. So, 85%, that's my guess. So let's go. Don't look. I don't want to see. Okay, I don't want to see that score. I want to see the big score. All right, here we go, baby. The beginning of the new DCU. Kind of, I mean, I guess Creature Commandos. I guess maybe Peacemaker too. TOO. But whatever. When it comes to movies, this is the first one, baby. All right, let's go. Did they nail it? I swear to God, I did not look ahead of time. I swear to God, I didn't look ahead of time. All right, 85%. Damn, there's only 112 reviews so far? That's crazy. I wish I could fucking look at the average rating. God damn it. I legit did not look ahead of time. I'm not kidding. I did not. I stayed off of Twitter. I stayed off everything and gave it an hour and a half. I did not. I did not. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. What's going on with Jujutsu Kaisen over here? What? Okay, all right, so 85%, that's pretty good. You know what, before we even get to, I just want to see Metacritic. 71? All right, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's definitely better than most DC movies nowadays. What's better, this or Joker filet of fish or whatever? Which one's better? You let me know. Anyway, probably filet of fish, honestly. All right. Oh, no, Jeremy Jahns. He didn't like it. I actually like Jeremy Jahns, too. There are no surprises. I mean, I don't really need surprises, as long as it's well told. Okay, James Gunn's colorful yet cartoonish Superman relaunch justifies itself despite broad dialogue, a periodic focus on plot over character, and sometimes weightless spectacle by planting America's definitive fictional hero on the right side of history. All right, hold on. Let me look at these reviews a little bit. Okay, 1.4 out of 4. 1.5 out of 4, sorry. 5.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Okay, 4 out of 5. A minus. There she is. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4.4 out of 5. Okay. 3.5. 2 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Okay. I just want to get a little overview before we continue. All right, James Gunn's colorful yet cartoon. I already read that. This is Superman by way of Guardians of the Galaxy with a punk's political punch that makes up for the film's narrative shortcomings. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what everybody was expecting. Superman by way of Guardians of the Galaxy. So, That's not too surprising. I mean, that's not bad either. Guardians of the Galaxy is great. I don't know if it exactly like works or it's like exactly what I would want from a Superman movie, but if it's good, it's good. It's commendable of Gunn to affirm that Superman's origin is why his Heart of America values are so strong. Superman is not so much of a new take; it's rather messy, but more of an inspired redo and mulligan to get you to look up in the sky again. Okay. Goofy, colorful, and action-packed. I love Goofy. We need to bring back Goofy more. Bro, that's what I really like about James Gunn. He embraces Goofy. And I'm sorry, a lot of those comic shit is Goofy. You know? It is. James Gunn's Superman is in a good way. Goofy is not negative. Dude, it's my favorite Disney character. Will you shut the fuck up? God damn it. Oh, I'm trying to keep you cool because it's hot out. Yeah, I'm trying to do a first reviews. Can you stop, AC? Anyway, is an earnest but overstuffed comic book adaptation of one of DC's most beloved heroes. What's a nice guy like Superman doing in a mean place like this? Okay, the movie's mean, I guess. Any attempt to reinvent the wheel in Superman falls short, and that is one thing. Can I just say one thing I really hate is when we have a character who's like pretty chill or he's nice or whatever, and we have characters all around him acting like an asshole and telling him he sucks. You know, he or she sucks. I hate that. I really hate that. Even though I really liked F1, the F1 movie had that a little bit where like Brad Pitt is like pretty much just being chill. He just shows up, takes a job to be a fucking race car driver. He's just like, hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna be your guy. I'm gonna be here. Hey, and then he's just like, hello, and then everybody's like, this guy's an asshole. Like, he's a prick. Like, the fuck, he didn't fucking do anything. he did nothing wrong. And then people were like, this guy's an asshole. And then I think that I want to say at one point they agree, or Brad Pitt kind of agrees, like, yeah, I'm kind of a dick. I'm like, you didn't do anything. What do you mean you're a dick? You didn't do anything to justify that. Everybody else is more of a dick than you right now. Anyway, that's not just F1. There's a lot of movies where we're like, we have to shit on somebody. We have to say they're a dick because we didn't write them to be a dick because they're too charming. So, whatever. Not saying this is going to be like that. Anyway, this was a movie that really needed to reinvent what's become a relatively rusty wheel. It did not, obviously. Superman hasn't had this much charm and personality since Christopher Reeve made you believe a man could fly, and while David Cornstark won't replace the memories of Reeve, he's certainly the best Superman since the late actor hung up his cape and tights. Hey. Odie Henderson. I wish you didn't have that last name. I'm sorry for what's going to happen to you, but the Snyderverse, the Snyder cult, sorry, let me get it right, just read your review, and I'm sorry. They're coming. Anyway, balances the right now with the baked-in history that has made this character an icon for the better part of the last century. With all the talk of superhero movie fatigue, the Superman movie, the Superman movie, okay, hits like a jolt of megawatt caffeine guaranteed to wake up any dozy or lapsed fan of the genre. Oh, thank God. Genre ready to believe a man can fly again, and DC Studios is ready to soar with him. Okay. I mean, hey, 85%, and these reviews are better than it being dog shit. Visually bombastic and narratively indulgent to the point of near overstimulation, from the first frame of the wildly colorful and tooth-achingly earnest comic book epic, it's clear Gunn's love for Superman is so abundant that it threatens to overflow. Okay. Hopeful without being corny, modern without feeling desperate, and expansive without being incoherent. That's good to hear, because I was like worried that there's going to be so many fucking characters. From what I'm reading these reviews, it is a Superman movie, so that's good. It's a genuinely rousing return to form and one that starts this new era of DC Studios and style. The defining film that we all need right now, a beautiful, poetic, and punk rock film that shapes that's the second time someone said punk rock, that shapes not only the DCU, but the future of what comic book film should be. Okay, so I'm just waiting to get to her. Despite generally entertaining action and impressive acting, performances all around, Superman is less for 14 or 40-year-olds, but instead splits the difference, and it's a perfect shooting strategy if you want to hit nothing. Damn. A would-be franchise restart that resembles a Saturday morning cartoon come to overstuffed, helter-skelter life, okay? Well, Grace, of course, liked it. She needs to love it, or the suits are going to get her. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Hold on. I shouldn't drink this. I need to get my throat as dry and shitty as possible. All right, very loyal to the comics, which might not work for everyone, but fans will be thrilled. This is the best Superman and James Gunn movie to date. We'll see about that. To focus on Superman's kindness has his greatest strength, and that's a truly approach. Also very funny. What's wrong with you, Grace? Are you okay? I'm Grace, but I'm a demon. I'm Grace the demon. I'm down in hell. Alright. Good for you, Grace. Anyway, it's just... Alright, hold on. Movie to... She doesn't really like James Gunn that much, so I guess that probably makes sense for her thing. The focus on Superman's kindness has this great strength as a fresh and timely approach. I mean, that's... I don't know about fresh. We're just saying that because the last movie didn't have that, or the last Superman did not have that. It's, I guess, fresh just because we haven't seen it in so long. I mean, in the original movies, the Christopher Reeve movies, he's extremely kind. So, it's in the smaller moments where there's room to breathe that Superman works best. Okay. Gunn's script, in this respect, is making the best use of the genre as a vast ideological, god damn it, playground. A good film elevated to great by its release timing. I don't know. How does a good film turn to great just because it comes out the right time? For like a critic, like for a movie, like if you go in a regular moviegoer, maybe. I don't know. I feel like a critic shouldn't say that. Anyway, I would have given it a good review, but I'm gonna give it a great review because it came out a good time. No, is the movie good, and like don't keep the whatever. I'm assuming because America is bad right now, everybody's sad. I get that, but like that should have nothing to do with the movie. But you can't give this extra points because it's a happier movie. However, as a movie critic, if you're like an regular audience member, I get it. Like, you're a movie critic. No. Superman can feel antiquated, but living in our darkest timeline has re-illuminated the need for hopeful here. Yeah. Gunn brings his signature humor and tries to balance it, oft unevenly, with a earnestness. You almost gave it a 9 out of 10. You said it's not balanced well. Whatever. James Gunn has not only crafted a richly thrilling and emotionally resonant film, but also set the stage for an exciting new era of the DC universe. This is Superman. That's true. That is what the movie's called. It's all fine in the moment, but there was no real reason to try this story again. At least not with the screenplay. Damn, bro. Shitting on the screenplay. Wow. Snyder Bros are infiltrating Rotten Tomatoes. You don't have to convince me that Superman is great, but you do have to show me why. In 2025, I should be invested in this version. We get tons of world building and looking to the future at the expense of right now. David Corso has perfect casting. He has the charm, dashing good looks. As Clark Kent, while bringing a vulnerability and responsibility to Superman, he has incredible chemistry with that's weird. This is the first time I'm hearing that. With Rachel Brosnahan, who plays Lois Lane. Okay, Gunn gives Krypto all the cute, frustrating traits of the best of man's best friends. Yeah, furthering Superman's compassion and film's playfulness. That's why everyone was like losing their mind, like fucking Krypto's an asshole. I'm like, yeah, dogs can be assholes. I don't tell you. And now he's gonna be even more of an asshole because he's a super dog. There is so much to love in this movie that even when there is a lot all happening at once, you never are left in the dark. I saw Nicholas Hoult. James Gunn leaves an indelible mark on Superman with its audacious launch to the DC Universe's Gods and I forgot that's what it's called. David Cornsweet soars as a hero who's both tough and vulnerable, matched by a fantastic Nicholas Hoult as his diabolical arch nemesis. I noticed I have an easier time reading some of this if I do a weird voice. It's a triumphant, except Grace, because Grace hurts my throat. It's a triumphant reinvention of the character, taking Superman back to a more hopeful. I like reinvention. That's a reinvention. This makes Superman hopeful. I know he's been dark for the last fucking 15 years. Well, I heard that show. What was it called? Superman and Lois? Is that what it's called? Superman has Clark and Lois. What the fuck was it called? Whatever the new show was. He was pretty hopeful in that. I gave up on that review, I guess. Here's 3C. David Cornswell's Superman left me with a giant dumb grin. James Gunn's dumb dun dun DSC is a busy, chaotic, and packed with so much that your body is unbloated. Despite its shortcomings, I walked out very happy and satisfied. I had a croissant, and it was good. I don't know. Superman's a mess, but it's a colorful one. It's either a terrible superhero or an okay parody. Take your pick. It's one of those porn parodies. What makes Superman work is the same thing that has made Gunn's other adaptations so beloved as a filmmaker. Gunn is unafraid to embrace the comic book elements at the heart of the source material. Hell yeah, bro. That's kind of what I like. It's goofy, and we don't have characters like making fun of like their names and shit, which I always hate. I'm so sick of that. You know when the next Avengers movie come out, motherfucker Doctor Doom will be like, I am Victor Von Doom, and someone's gonna be like, Victor Von Doom? That funny name, cringe. Ha ha ha. We're like, yeah, okay, you've done this fucking joke 200 times. Can we fucking stop? I was okay with it when we were doing it with Ant-Man and fucking, some of the other ones earlier. Like, at least Ant-Man's like, alright, that's a stupid name. And it's a stupid power. It's fucking stupid. This is stupid. Cornswell looks the part, but the film around him is too distracted to tell Clark's story. Yeah, I mean, you have to set up some big fucking universe, so it kind of sucks when that happens. Pure comic book fun, the best live action iteration of that kind of character and his world to date. No, definitely not. Gun delivers. I even need to see it to tell you that. Gun deliver. All right, fine. I need to see it. But I'm gonna say probably not. Gun delivers an optimistic modern Superman. Modern Superman. He has purple hair, lifted straight from the comics. It's full of heart, personality, wackiness, and wonder. Okay. All right, let's go to Metacritic now. I think I read enough. Seems like it's not mixed, but there is a lot of mixed opinions on it. Which is kind of what I expected, honestly. See, that's like the 85%, even though I nailed the number, it's not surprising to me at all that it has that number. All right. Anyway, let's just read some of these. For as expensive action-packed as it is, this Superman is also stuffed with whimsical concepts and ridiculous side characters. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. I don't know if that blurb makes me think of 9 out of 10, but whatever. A fabulously smart and entertaining film whose flaws stem from trying too hard, which are the best flaws a film can have. Okay. That's true, I guess. The new movie isn't dark. Zack Snyder's ambitious mistake. Yeah. So much as it, I mean, you could have made that work. It's just Zack Snyder fucked up. So much as it's, I mean, even James Gunn tried to do a dark Superman. Remember Brightburn? You know, he didn't direct it, but I think he wrote it or something. He produced it, that's for sure. Anyway, so much as it's a loopy, spinning, multifaceted story with genuine emotional stakes, that's why I treat Superman's powers as the most spectacular and least interesting thing about him. Okay. Yeah, let's see. What's the lowest review? I think it was probably that 4 out of 10. Oh, IGN gave it an 8. Superman is a wonderfully entertaining, heartfelt cinematic reset for the Man of Steel and a great new start for the DC Universe on the big screen. Hell yeah. What's gonna have better reviews, this or Fantastic Four? Yeah, I think this could be a 5. I mean a 4, sorry. David Cornswell takes out the blue admirably and glimpses of Gunn signature sense of fun shine through, but a lack of humanity, originality, cohesion, and means the movie around them just doesn't work. Cartoonish closing battle makes it clear that not for the first time Gunn is striving for high trash, but what he achieves here is low garbage. Oh no, utterly charmless, devoid of humanity, as funny as toothache. Damn, come on. But Grace Randolph said it was very funny. Very funny! She said that. You didn't? She said it was probably the funniest movie you've ever seen. I thought it was really funny. This is Son of the Mask, my 2 favorite comedies. It's like, Grace, what? I'm blonde. Oh, never mind. I forgot about that. I forgot you're blonde. Never mind. That makes sense. No, I'm just kidding. Shouts to all the blondes aren't stupid. James Gunn's real superpower, like Grace Randolph, she's brilliant. Okay, I was just playing. Polygon gave it a 7.4. Guys, haven't you heard? You can't do decimal points like that anymore. We don't do that. You should, but we don't do that. Shit, IGN doesn't even do 0.5s anymore. They used to do 0.1s and 3s and 8s and shit. They don't even do 0.5s anymore. I at a certain point, IGN's gonna get rid of like it's gonna be a 1 through 5. They're gonna do 1 through 5, and that's it. IGN's gonna get rid of the score eventually. I think. I think they're just gonna have a fucking like, I like it or I don't like it. It'll be like a frowny face or a happy face. That'll be the review. Anyway, there you go. That's it. We don't need to read more. Superman's good. It has issues, but it seems like it's gonna be a good time. We'll see what that actually means when it comes out, though, because it could be a piece of shit. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Bye.